Trevor, you're going to get the first question.
Thank you, Johnny. We heard a lot of promise about you coming in just because of your size and your size and your speed in particular. Given those strengths, where do you like to align on the field, and how is Coach Hill's offense utilizing your skill set so far?
I prefer, to, be on the outside, but at the end of the day, whatever needs my team needs from me, I'll do it. So he has me playing a lot of slot and doing routes from the outside as well. So, I just been trying to get a lot of work, wide and in the slot, and, it's been pretty effective. And Coach Hill's offense, he has a lot of great plays, great schemes, and to get dudes open, and it's been great.
Jacob?
Johnny, what's it been like for you to get some first-team reps as a true freshman? Has that been kind of an interesting experience for you to basically get in right away and get to work with the first-team offense?
It's for me personally. That was one of my main goals. Just try to get with the ones as quick as possible. So I was working for it, and I was anticipating it. So when it came, I wasn't surprised. I just took all of it in. I try to study the playbook and get everything down, know my assignments and everything. So the transition wasn't too difficult, and it's just the only difficult part I'd probably say would be like, the tempo of practice and, being with the ones, it's a lot faster pace. So, but getting used to it wasn't too difficult. And, it's been fun going with the ones, getting that work with the ones on defense as well. So.
Alex?
Hi, so curious, have you ever met anybody with as much energy as Frank Darby? And then my second question would be, what was the dynamic like between, the freshman wide receivers like throughout the summer and then now that you guys are back?
So Frank, there's nobody I've ever met in my life to match dude's energy. We could all come in the morning, like everyone could be like tired, and Frank's just like, yeah, let's go, time to work today. And it's just like, it's a great thing though, because, when everyone else is, feeling sluggish and slumped, he comes in with that energy to, light that spark in the offense and, get our day going. And what was your other question again? I'm sorry.
Just sort of the dynamics between like the freshman receivers, like throughout the summer, then now that you guys are back.
So over the summer, practice was cool. A lot of the freshmen, we were still trying to get used to, the offense and, the way practice goes and everything. So I'd say there was a lot of confusion, with us and how to operate, during practice. But now that we kind of got things rolling, dudes have been getting a lot more reps, and, we've been out there practicing longer. Practice has been, smooth, has been fluid, and everyone's flying around. So I feel like a lot of the other freshmen as well, including me, we're just getting more comfortable with the offense and the way practice goes. So it's been making it a lot easier, to just be out there and get efficient reps,
Hunter?
Hey, Johnny, I'm curious. There's not many pass catchers at the college or NFL level that have your size at 6'7". Who are guys that you've watched at the college level or at the pro level throughout your career so far that you could try and emulate your game after?
So my favorite receiver is Mike Evans. That dude, he has great hands. He uses his body, his big frame, to get open, create separation. I've liked watching Alan Lazard, when he was at Iowa State. Dude was insane, and now he's at Green Bay balling. He's another big body receiver. So seeing him play with, his speed, because I think his speed is underrated. So, and then Calvin Johnson, that's like my favorite receiver, like, of all time. So Calvin Johnson was just a monster. I just like, he attacks every ball that's thrown to him. Every ball that's thrown to him, it's his. Him being as big as he is, he's expected to catch all that stuff. So I kind of have the same mindset as well. You can't be big and, not catch, those jump balls, those 50-50 balls. So, yeah.
Trevor?
Sort of zooming in what you were talking about just in Coach Hill's offense. From film, we've seen a lot of condensed formations and a lot of starting alignments closer to the football. What do you think about those specific alignments and what you'll be able to do in them?
I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like, it's just helping set up, me and my teammates to get the best position for success. And, if we were out wide, the whole time, it'd be pretty easy for them to play, switch and pass things off. But when we bring the receivers inside and closer to the ball, we have a lot more room and we have a lot more access to do other routes and stuff. And especially in the run game, we could block safeties and linebackers. It's easier. And, just good to switch it up, keep the defense on their toes. So we've seen a lot of that in practice, and I've been able to see, how, lining up wide one play and then the very next play coming in close and seeing how the defense reacts to it. And, sometimes it confuses them as well. They're used to you being out there playing on the outside, and then you come in, you could do anything from the inside. So I feel like, that part of the offense is great, helps guys get open, get more separation. So, yeah.
Jacob?
What's your impression so far been of the wide receiver group as a whole? Kind of what you feel like you guys are going to be capable of doing this season. And now there have been a couple wide receivers already who have said that you guys all kind of as a group feel slept on. Do you feel that way, and why so?
I don't think so. I think personally we have the best receiver core in the pack right now. So I just can't wait for game one to start, because this receiver room, these dudes been working all summer, all spring. Now we're in fall, and overall, there's just been a lot thrown at us, with the whole new system and everything. So, but how everyone's taking it in and making plays in practice and stuff, I feel like this group is going to be pretty much unstoppable once game time comes around.
3 more questions. Alex?
What have the testing procedures sort of been like for you, and then what have some of the sort of messages around safety been like around the team?
Pretty much, we're required to wear a mask everywhere on campus, in the residence halls, outdoor spaces, even in the football facility, mandatory. Everyone, always preaching, social distancing and stuff. So now, especially with, we have a season now, everyone's being extra, cautious with, going out and, being around different types of people. Because the last thing you want is to, catch that virus while we're going into this season, and then bam, you're out 2 weeks or however long it is, and, you're missing practice, you're missing reps and stuff like that. So, yeah.
All right, Trevor?
Johnny, just looking back toward your recruitment, obviously you flipped from Oregon during the early signing period. What was that process like? And coming to ASU, what does that say about your relationship with Coach Gill?
So yeah, Coach Gill, he used to be at when he was at Oregon, that's when I was committed there as well. Personally, I just felt like this would be a better spot for me. So when I found out Coach Gill was coming here as well, that already was like, dang, like, okay, like, the relationship I have with Coach Prentice, has always been close. And for him to get that job here, that stood out to me. And then on top of that, there was a lot of other, things going on with the coaching staff at Oregon. So I just felt like, I'd have a great opportunity here, to make an impression as a freshman. And Coach Gill, he's been very helpful with this process and the transition, and, trying to get the freshman guys to learn the offense, and, forcing us, to get reps and study the playbook and make sure we do what we do. So, we can even get the opportunity, to make an impression and be out there. So.
Last question, Gabe?
Yeah, Johnny, so since you flipped from Oregon to ASU, what has the progression or development of your relationship with Jaden been?
So as soon as I flipped, Jaden hit me up and he was like, let's get to work. It's time to start working. You could do some really great things in this offense. And pretty much, that kind of just motivated me, to be a, better teammate, better player, actually work on the things I need to work on, because, when dudes are, like counting on you and stuff, you don't want to let your teammates down. You don't want to let your brothers down. So, over time, me and him, our relationship's gotten a lot stronger. We've been connecting, after practice and stuff, throwing balls to each other, and it's been pretty good.